Hey, hello. How you going, Jappy? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Got some fake pearls. So I'm gonna. This is gonna be a lamp stand. I've just got to. It got dropped after it got finished, so I'm just gonna fill this in with shavings and some super glue. I've got the glue there and there and there. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do today. Then I'm going to pull this apart. Hey, Mr. Blair.
Hello there.
How you going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Tell you what, man, that thing frustrated the heck out of me. After that stream stopped, that thing kept flying off, so I gave up.
Maybe you just made the too small.
What's that?
Maybe you just made the tenon too small. Maybe you just needed to make it a bit fatter.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's a bit tricky
that wood was kind of on the softer side too.
Yeah.
So I think just put enough pressure on it and it started flying off.
Yeah. Well, because if your jaws have a dovetail on the inside or whatever, and then you put the tenon on there straight, that won't help it stay in there either. It'll fly out a lot from that. Or if it's straight and you do a dovetail or something, hasn't got much grip.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it doesn't have that dovetail. It does on the outside, but not the inside.
Yeah. Mine's straight on the inside, and then it's got like this tiny little lip right on the edge, which is what grabs hold of the wood. Does yours have that?
It doesn't.
No. Okay. Anyway, so this is an old project, right? So as the title says, old project. So this is going to be a lamp base. I dropped it. Well, I think I dropped it because no one else in the house was owning up to it.
Can't blame it on the dog or anything else.
I know. That's right. So I must have done it. I just don't remember doing it. So I've got some dusty sawdust. I'm going to just super glue that into there as best as I can because I don't really want to take it down to lose that shape, to lose any of the shape, really.
Okay.
But in saying that, I am going to put it on the lathe and I'm going to cut a groove out here somewhere. I was going to put it down here, but I forgot this was here, see? So now I can't do it there. So I must do it up here and then bust off a couple of these fake pearls and super glue them down into the crevice. Oh, sorry, I'm skipping steps. I've got a plan today. This is the only lighter I have in the house, all right? So I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of a burn line where, so the pearls are sitting on a black bottom kind of thing, just in the crevice where the pearls are going to sit. But if that doesn't work, that's not dark enough. I have got black ink, but it tends to get everywhere I don't want it to, so I don't really want to use that first. Yeah, so these are just on like cotton or fishing line or something. I'm not really too sure, but it looks nice, but it's not really. It's very worthless. I think it's like $10, 10 Australian dollars it's worth or something, you know.
All right. Hey, just so long as the wife doesn't get you.
Hey?
Just so long as the wife doesn't get you.
No. She doesn't like this style. just going to mute it for a sec. There's a very noisy train coming through. Hello, Amy. It's not that noisy. Who's that heavy breather there? Come on now, this is the wrong channel. He's eating a biscuit.
Hey, Amy.
Oh. Who's got the dog?
Hello.
Hello, Amy, and who's got the dog?
The front left hand at 26.
How you going?
Good afternoon, all.
All right, so I'll explain what I'm doing. I just explained it to Jap and Blair, but I'll explain again. First, I don't really want to take any of the shape out of this because it's going to be a lamp stand. Basically, all I want to do, I would like to drill through there at some point, but I don't really want to do that today because I couldn't be stuffed.
Guys, I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. But I wouldn't mind just using a bit of like really fine sawdust to just super glue into this crack that got dropped. I made this about like nearly a year ago or something. So I want to try and super glue that up, and it's got some rather gnarly splits that it's developed over time. So yeah, I'd like to try and repair that first. And then I'm going to just put a groove in here. And I want to pop a couple of these fake pearls off and super glue them in first just to hold them there. And then I'll buy some Gorilla epoxy on Friday to finish it off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, it's worth like $10, this thing. So I'm not trading good jewelry, and it's not ambers. So it's all good.
No, you robbed it off a little old lady, I know.
Yeah, it actually come from my nanas. My aunties and uncles were going to throw it in the bin, so I took it. I knew I'd be able to use it for something eventually.
You got all the hatches battened down, have you, Amy? We're expecting high winds again tonight, apparently. Yeah, g'day, Jappy.
You guys can keep that weather. It's starting to get yucky here now. We had 24 yesterday, and now it's like 14.
Yeah, well. Oh,
yeah,
man.
So I've got two choices on making. I would like to make the groove before I put the pearls in. I want to make the groove black. So I've got a lighter. I don't know if that'll work. Doesn't really matter.
No.
Because I got black ink.
No, it won't.
I just don't.
Won't get.
I don't want to go. What?
It won't get hot enough.
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna use black ink anyway if that didn't work. So I just didn't want.
That's what I'd be doing.
First resort because it just gets everywhere. Everywhere, man.
Your sound's breaking up. Something shocking.
Who?
Yours.
Mine. You sure it's mine?
Well, I think so. Either that or Blair and his wife having a blue.
Does it help if you move your hair away from the headphones?
Don't be bloody rude.
I wasn't. I was trying to say it as nice as possible.
I know I'm starting to look very shaggy. I'm actually contemplating getting on eBay and see if I can buy a pair of hair clippers.
I was contemplating whether to send you a set of mine, to be honest.
No, all I need's a clipper with the number 3 in it, and I'll be right.
Yeah.
Because I just go over it, the whole face.
Yep. Why don't you just use one of your chisels? That should be sharp enough.
It would be, but I don't want to shave myself. I've had a beard since I was 16, 17, so it's only been
Amy.
off 5 times in that time.
Amy, someone's got to be a cheeky shit in here, don't they? No?
Yeah, what, you got sheep shearing clippers, have you, Amy?
Geez, I think I'd rather use one of your chisels.
Now, if you're going to fill those gaps up,
Yeah.
I can hear myself coming back somewhere. Excuse me.
Your hearing aid's working too good today.
Right. You're going to have to do them gradually, all right?
Gradually, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Bit of glue, bit of sawdust, bit of glue, bit of sawdust. Yeah, over time. I've got a heat gun, so I can kind of give it that if it takes too long.
I wouldn't worry about putting it. No, that's a bit savage, actually, Amy. Belt sander.
Bloody hell.
But no, I'm just. You've got to drill a hole through it if you're going to make it a lamp.
Yeah. I was undecided whether I was going to do that today or not because I've got the hole where I want the cord to come out.
Oh yeah.
I just got to drill down to that.
Yeah, that's about like our weather at the moment, Jappy. At the moment, it's a balmy 14 degrees in the workshop. I haven't got the heater on today.
Oi, none of that bad language. Thank you, Robbo.
What,
This heater talk, I don't know. Talking about a heater.
Bloody oath. No, I feel the cold really bad.
So, Jappy. I didn't weigh that piece, Jappy, but I can measure it for you. Is that cool?
Can't see the measurements, Jay.
Yeah, I know.
Have to read them out. Looks like about 200 mil square, is it?
Yeah, it goes to 17.5 centimeters. So 170 or 175
Oh, yeah.
by 185. And it is 80 mil thick.
Oh, yeah. And how'd that go, Jappy?
Hey, Amy, do you have to tie the cow down when it's really windy? Oh, aliens are coming.
You're welcome. Sorry, my daughter had some tire issues I had to go solve.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old is your daughter?
19.
Okay. Can I also say you don't look old enough to have a 19-year-old daughter?
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I was about to say the same thing.
I've got a 22-year-old. That's my oldest.
Yep, yeah. You hold your age pretty good, dude.
Ah, thanks. I am 52.
Nah, I reckon you're lying. You're lying.
Bloody
Come
young.
on.
I wish I was, but I am.
Man, I'd love to be 52 again.
I'd love to be 30 again.
I don't know about 30.
No, I'd like to be 20 with what I know now.
Oh, amen. So with you, Robbo.
Benjamin Button, eh?
Sorry, what was that, Joe?
Benjamin Button. He started out old and got younger as he got older. Yeah.
Dorian Gray.
How you going, Mike?
G'day, Mike. Oh, that's good, Jappy.
Nice. That's good if you can get it like that, Jappy.
Hey, Mike's in. Hey, Mike. And JP's in. What's up? Amy's there.
Hey,
where's Sid?
So, what? Where's Sid, did you say?
Yeah.
He said he'd be in a little bit later. He must be busy. He's got a hard life out on the road and driving around in the country.
Oh, yeah, he's probably having lunch too.
So how far did you get with your piece tonight, Blair? Did you just quit after it fell out a couple of times? Or?
So I drilled the main hole.
Yeah.
And after I did that, I tried kind of smoothing in where the lid is, and every time I did that, it kept biting into those cracks and kept flipping out.
Yeah.
But I stained it and I put a clear coat on the outside of it.
What color?
And I'll probably, it's kind of an orangey red.
Yep. So if you want to try maybe StreamYard next time, if you want, say, Robbo into, oi, you're doing it wrong. Point your handle down. All that kind of stuff, you know?
No, he doesn't want me in there.
I actually am using StreamYard, but it's, what do they call it? Hold on a second.
Streamlabs it was, wasn't it?
Streamlabs, that's it.
I thought that was different.
Hey, I'm still going to have to figure out how you guys are doing that. It's got to be in the settings, and then I'll have to...
Isn't StreamYard and Streamlabs a bit different?
I don't know.
I think they might be, hey. The StreamYard watermark's always got a duck in it. Like,
right.
Can you see the duck? And when you had yours up, yours had Streamlabs and it was on the left-hand side in the left-hand corner instead of the right-hand corner.
So it makes me wonder if it downloaded that because my phone doesn't like StreamYard.
Oh, maybe it doesn't work very good on your device.
Now, see, on my computer, I'm running StreamYard.
Okay. That's quite weird, isn't it? Because there is a StreamYard app. I've got it on my phone, but I don't really like phones, so I don't don't use it much unless.
Do you have an iPhone or is it a Android?
Android, like it's old. It's like one of the first or second HTCs or some of those ones or something. But StreamYard does work all right on that. The app. It's actually, I think it's a green symbol there, app.
I'm going to try looking it up again and see.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't bring up StreamYard for me. It's only Streamlabs.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cheeky buggers.
So, Jay, you know that when you put that in there, it's going to stay that dark.
Yep. No, that's cool. It's different wood.
Okay.
It's wood from something I did a couple of days ago. Whatever that was. You got a goldfish memory. It stays there for about 3 seconds and then it's gone.
See, I can just claim I'm getting old.
Yeah.
God, I've got no hope then, have I?
No, you haven't. No. So why are we looking at a piece on your lathe, Robbo, and not you?
Because it looks better than my face.
Come on.
Hey, at least it's shaved.
Yeah, well, that's sanded to 1500 grit.
Wow, you got 1500, do you?
So, Robbo, you still planning on going live tomorrow?
Tonight. That's what 1500. That's what 1500 grit looks like.
That is nice. Wow.
Oh, looks like a piece of wood.
Well, it is a piece of wood. It's what I'm working on today for the Triple E stuff, you dickhead.
Sorry, you might get a lot of that today.
Yeah, still planning on doing the live tonight. I was still trying to work out how I'm going to fit my safety shield over the top of my headphones. That's all.
Well, if you put your shield on first and then put your headphones over it and just extend the headphone part for people with bigger heads.
I don't know. I haven't played with it yet. I was about to do that when you came up. So
Don't let me stop you. Come on.
no, I've got to go and get my face shield out of the truck. Yeah.
What kind of wood is that, Robbo?
This is Tasmanian oak.
It's really pretty. I like the grain on it.
Yeah, well, it's not. It's totally different than American or English oak. It's got no medullary rays or anything in it. It's just the way it is, and I've been using it for 40 odd years, and it's good stuff to turn and everything else. But I think they might have put. The problem is that under the genus name, which is Eucalyptus regnans, that it covers about 4 species, and it covers Victorian ash, alpine ash, Tasmanian oak, and some other timber, and messmate, I think it is. But Vic ash and alpine ash are so light and open grained that it's very, very hard to work with. Actually, it's like working with balsa wood. It's very, very light as well in weight, I mean. Whereas Tassie oak's close grained and it's generally darker than all the rest of it. That's no excuse, Mike.
How many of your fellow Englishmen watch lives while they're at work? What's your excuse now?
No, actually, I've had a lot of requests because of that ugly bit of timber that I'm going to be turning tonight. They want me to go through a risk analysis type thing of how I work out whether A, it's worth turning and all the safety requirements around it. It's very, very hard because it's what I do instinctively, and now I've got to put it into words. So
Just stand and have a mirror in front of the lathe and do a practice run. Oh man, I think we're gonna have to ban this guy, I think.
I used to rehearse all my demonstrations and everything with video cameras, so as I knew what I was going and make pace notes and things like that.
Yep.
So as I didn't miss out important points and things.
Yes. And have a checklist off to the side.
Yeah, it would have been handy to have a auto prompt sometimes.
Where are those lackeys when you need them?
Except that if friends of mine made the auto prompt, I'd hate to think of what would be on it. like they do with some of the newscasters sometimes.
I'm sure it's some stuff you'll have to keep to yourself. What's going on, Hot Wheels?
I'm sanding off some crap on the lathe that I just found.
Isn't that what's on your T-shirt, Blair?
What?
Hot Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said, what's going on, Hot Wheels? And Robbo answered.
Oh. That's actually another thing that I do. I've got probably over 1,000 Hot Wheels that I've collected over the years that are still intact.
They're worth a fortune now, some of those.
Some of them are. I've got some that are from 1968 when I was born. They're not in packages, but they're in pretty awesome condition, and they're worth some money.
Yeah.
If you've got any that you got doubles of that aren't worth much money, they look good in resin.
I want to get into the resin, but the resin is so expensive, I just can't buy it.
Yeah.
I know there's some companies out there that maybe might give some freebies or something like that, but I haven't found anybody to do that for me yet. So
have you tried maybe a fiberglass company instead of an actual like hobby resin company instead? Like the place I get mine from, they actually make fiberglass resin, so I can get it in like huge amounts, and it's not too badly priced. I pay. I normally only get a litre, so I'll pay $28 for a litre.
And that's 2-part, right?
Yeah, but the activator bottle's only tiny, and you only need a couple of drops. So this tiny little bottle costs you $6, and it lasts like months and months and months and months.
Oh wow! Because everything I've seen, it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and so you mix it all together, and then.
No, that they got that one sussed. I tell you, I wouldn't do it like that. It's just too much.
Sometimes the fiberglass resin isn't suitable for what you're doing either.
Yeah, but I've got one that's for casting and bedding, so it's for doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Jay. I'll have to look into that and see.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay. And there's one that Paul Bunn, Doug uses, that Total Boat. Maybe you could, because that's in your country, so that might be a bit cheaper too.
No, it's still like about $30 for just a real small container.
Oh, okay.
And unfortunately, I have to watch what I spend.
Yes, no, that's cool. I do too. The stuff I get is called Pro-Tite. I don't know if you can get it there or not, but you can always have a look.
Okay. Hey, JP, have you ever done resin stuff?
I think it's Jappy that's in here.
Or Jappy?
Yeah. And I experimented a little bit. I'm trying instead of resin, super glue, right? Because if you squirt a little bit of super glue out, obviously it's going to dry straight away, right? But if you squirt that whole container into a cup, no lid, it takes forever before it starts to set because there's so much of it. So you can mix in a color, you can mix in a pigment, whatever. So I did that today with one of the glow-in-the-dark pigments that I've got, and I filled in a bug hole that was in one of the goblets that I've made recently. So I'm just waiting for that to set. So, yeah, that's a thought too, super glue, if you can get a cheap enough bottle of it, that little bottle goes a long way. And it's so far, it's been setting for 3.5 hours, and it hasn't even got a skin on it yet. So it still takes a while to set in large amounts. So in that sense, it's kind of a resin, isn't it? It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
So Mike says, I used to do a lot with resin because my uncle got it for me for free. Can't afford to do it since he retired.
Oh, rub it in, Mike. Come on. So have you got any resin left? Send it this way.
Jeffrey says, I tried some cheap resin, but it was a disaster.
Yeah. No, there's tricks too. You've got to make sure you mix it properly, and if you add the wrong drop, too many drops of the activator, if it only takes small drops, then too much it won't set properly. Too little, it takes forever to set. If it's in a cold, if you leave it outside or in a shed or something, that gets extra cold at night, so then it gets water into it because the resin actually attracts moisture. There's so many different things. It's crazy.
Mm. Yeah, I really do want to try it because I've seen some of the stuff that people are putting out there, especially with some burl wood, and it just looks amazing.
Yeah. Start with baby steps like this.
Yeah, there you go.
That's just clear resin, and it's got I've stuck a couple of magnets on the back so it sticks on my shed.
Oh, nice.
Like skulls and stuff too.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you got the Day of the Dead skull as well.
Oh yeah.
I did that slightly pink, and I put some. I got watch gears.
Yeah.
In his eyes.
So do you have molds for those, or?
Yeah. I think between my wife and I, we got about $400 or $500 worth of silicon molds. We've only paid no more than like $5 or $6 for them, getting all the cheap ones, you know.
Wow. Yeah, there's somebody that really just kind of joined the community that she's doing a lot of that, and some of the stuff she's doing is just outrageous. It's so good.
Yeah, if you got the right molds, so if you want to spend the money on some of the more expensive ones. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. And you get those magnets. Have you heard of a place called gearbest.com?
Not here.
Anyway, they sell these little magnets here, pretty cheap. They hold up lots of good stuff.
Yeah,
Spaceman Robbo, come in, Robbo.
Go, Robbo.
How you going? Can you hear me all right or not?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, well, that's with the face shield on.
Yep. Yeah. No, sounds like you're in the toilet, but that's all right. No.
No, I want to know.
No, that's fine. That's good. No, can you
No, I can't.
Speak up a little bit?
Oh, what? Yell, you mean?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
I'll just check the mic volume, why not? Oh, come on, you mumble. Yeah, it's on.
Then you can just, on the bottom part of your shield, you can just roll your beard up, and that can be the suspension for when the wood flings out and hits.
Good night, Amy.
See you later, Amy. Have a good day. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, that might work all right.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
So, just depends if no, I don't think the headset's going to fall off, so it's actually on the adjusting nut of the, sitting nicely on the adjusting nut of the face shield, so.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
That'll be all right. But I don't know whether I can. No, can't lift it up without dislodging everything. So
Robbo, are you going to have an earworm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have two of them. Jay and Sid.
Okay. I was going to say, if you can rock everything kind of back and maybe tuck that microphone underneath, that'd be better. But
no, it's attached. Unfortunately, it's attached. Wait on. Got to move that way. It's attached onto the headpiece. I keep meaning actually to get another mic that just clips on my collar. but I can't work out how to get that into the computer to get the sound into it. So I've got a full PA system, believe it or not.
Robbo, it's
Yes,
just a headphone jack.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a 3mm pin.
Yeah, you should have one of them. It should be maybe on the front of your laptop or.
Yeah, well, no,
side.
I've got the input. I just haven't got the microphone. That's all.
Oh. All right, I'll send you mine then. I paid $3 for it.
And with COVID, I can't get out to my favourite little computer shop and get anything.
But didn't you want it for business calls, Robbo?
Oh yeah, but we're still limited in where we can go.
It's essential part of business. You need it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my trouble too, Jappy. We're just not allowed anywhere, and our computer shops are 16 kilometres from us. We're limited to a 5-kilometre radius.
Yeah, thank goodness we're not locked down like that.
And we've got curfews and everything else. In fact, I remarked to my wife last night that it's a strange peace that's come over the world because nobody's going anywhere.
So, Robbo, have the cases gone down, like the deaths and all of that, because of it, or is it staying the same? Or
no, well, we're in a state where it started, where we got the second wave. Wait on, sorry.
No, you're fine. Jay, what about you?
No, Jay, they can travel pretty much wherever they like over there.
Yeah. Also, too, our population in our state is maybe a quarter of what is in Robbo's state as well. So that that's helping us a little bit, having the less population.
Yeah, what happened with us was that they relaxed the stage 3 restrictions, which was only allowed out for four things: go to doctors, go to work, or do shopping and that, without masks. But what happened was when they released the restrictions, people haven't, and there were limits on how many people you could have as well. Unfortunately, all the young ones bloody went wild and had parties for 30 and 40 people, and out of that we got 1,200 new cases.
Jeez.
And then it got into the meatworks because a lot of them were working there, and we had a massive increase, like 400 new cases once in a day. But it's dropped back now to, well, it was 93 yesterday, it's 120 I think something today, but the deaths have gone up. Like we're averaging between about 9 and 13 deaths a day. So, but oh well, another 2 weeks apparently of the restrictions and curfews and everything. We're in stage 4 lockdown. If it doesn't start dropping, then they're actually considering either going to stage 5 or extending the stage 4 out another 6 or 7 weeks. So things are grim.
So are people back to work, or is everybody still locked down, or?
Only essential services basically are working, or if you can work from home. Like my wife is an office worker. Now, they have to fill out a work permit to go to work, but she works at home for 5 days of the week and goes to work only for an hour or two just to pick up files and stuff that she needs to do the rest of her work. But most businesses are, well, if you're in the hospitality industry, you can forget all about it. The hotels are shut except for any person that they're in quarantine in. All restaurants, cafes, everything is shut. If you're in a non-essential service, then they're shut too. You're allowed to go to work, provided basically you work by yourself. Like supermarkets and that are open, so the supermarkets are still working. But and if you're self-employed, like myself, then yes, I can go to work, but I've got to be very careful. If somebody wants to bring stuff in, then they've got to have a permit to get it here. So
yeah, all of our restaurants are open. All of our stores are open. They make you wear a mask when you first go in, but if you're going to eat something, then obviously you're sitting at your table and you're distanced and all of that. All of our sports stuff, baseball, there's nobody in the stands, but they have games anyway. Football, professional football, they're actually going to have games. I don't know if they're going to let people in the stands or not. Soccer actually just kind of shut down. All of our college football, they pretty much discontinued, so they're not even playing this year.
well, all our sports venues are basically shut.
Yeah.
We have a thing over there called AFL, which is Australian Football League.
Mm-hmm.
They all moved interstate, and then for the first time in 150 years, the grand final is actually not being played in Melbourne. It's being played elsewhere, and there's big rivalry between the states to be able to get it. But horse racing is still allowed to go on, but it's the same with all the sports venues though. There's nobody in the stands at all.
But what I don't understand is, right, why is it they're not allowed to have crowds, but they're all allowed to play these sports? Because it comes down to the sponsorship and the money, doesn't it? Because they've got to have their adverts and they've got to have their billboards played, and like, come on, it's a bit two-faced, really.
Yeah.
See, the interesting thing for us, college football, all of the college football brings in lots and lots and lots of money for the colleges. And all of that money ends up trickling down to all of the other sports that are for that college, for baseball, basketball, women's sports and all that kind of stuff. Well, now that they're not playing, all of those other sports and all of that money is just gone.
Yeah.
Yep. No, well, it's the same. Like, I'm not a fan of big business, but in Australia and America, for that matter, or any country in the world, if big business didn't finance a lot of the sports and arenas and things like that, they wouldn't exist.
True. Very true.
Like, I personally think it's obscene how much top sports players get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that's funny.
I normally had a... Oh, sorry. Go.
That's funny how you say that, Mike, because the other night I just happened to be flicking through the channels on the TV, and there was a football game on, and they had cardboard cutouts in some of the seats. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a YouTube video the other day of it was a baseball game, and one of the um, the mascots, he's dancing around in the stadium with these cardboard cutout people, and it's just weird.
Oh, in Australia, I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised that they didn't put blow up bloody dolls in the seats. Because that's our sense of humour, you know.
I like it. Be right back, gents.
Okay. Vi blir här. It's had a splitting good time, this piece of wood, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you were talking about your super glue there before, Jay. This will sound terrible to you, but I actually buy Loctite super glue.
Yeah, isn't that just for like nuts and stuff though?
No, they make a CA glue as well, and it is absolutely fantastic. But it costs about $48 a bottle.
Oh, what country do you live in, CA? How
Well,
much?
it's cyanocrylate glue. Yeah, exactly like that. Only in Australia, it's called Flying High, Mike. I know they renamed it in other countries.
Flying high. Yeah, there goes our sense of humour again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, why do you spend that much on glue?
Because it's the best. And because I'm doing stuff for the retail market, I've got to make sure that it doesn't fail. A lot of cheaper CA glues actually crystallise after a few years.
I think I've got a jigsaw puzzle on the back here, on the bottom here. Do you?
All right, so
Oh yeah.
that's what it came out to be. Hold on, let me turn on some other lights.
Hello, Joy.
Hello, Joey.
Hey,
How you
Joy.
going? Yeah, it's nice.
So,
The burnt spots come in different places again, and it looks good, doesn't it?
yeah. I'm half tempted to return it again and just make this thinner in through here.
Yep.
No, I reckon that's not a bad balance, actually. That looks pretty good.
Yeah?
It does look like the old glasses off the lamps.
The lava lamp.
No, not lava lamps. I'm talking about hurricane lamps.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
hurricane.
The ones they used before electricity. Oh, okay. No, I wasn't there at that time. Sorry.
Well, don't worry. I've lived on properties where there wasn't any electricity.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let you say it.
Yeah, I think they were kerosene.
Yeah, kerosene and paraffin lamps, they were cool.
So what are you doing tonight, Joy?
Sorry?
And thank you, Mike.
Joy. Yeah, ask Joy a question, Robbo.
Oh, sorry.
Super happy tonight, although I will have to keep my word to Stace and start making regular videos.
Well, come on then. Get to it. What are you going to make videos on, Joy?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a video of you, Joy.
No, I haven't.
Maybe one. I think she made one where she got something from Nick and Stace.
Oh,
Looks like,
jeez. Another move.
that's
Billy
all right.
got me a farm in southern Colorado.
Damn. He's got some coin, eh?
That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind moving to a farm.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah. I'd have someone work on it for me, but
Yeah, unfortunately, they're hard work.
yeah. I've worked on one
5.5
before.
acres. 5.5 acres in Australia is a hobby farm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good start. Very good start.
5.5. That's nice.
Yeah.
So what are you doing on the farm, Joy? Are you doing cattle? Are you doing crops or what?
Oh no, I don't think she's in the right state to be doing crops. Oh, Sops, you're not talking about those crops, Sops.
What city are you in, Joy?
All right, put some in that too.
Chickens. Oh, I had chickens.
Going to have chickens for eggs or chickens for meat or both?
Well, Joy, you were in Las Cruces, New Mexico, but you said you moved to Colorado.
No, her husband bought her a farm there. Might have only just happened.
Jay, I'm curious to see what you're going to do with this.
Well, what I want, I was just going to pull this apart while the glue was drying a bit. I'll put it back. Just here, I want to put it on the lathe, and across here, I want to lathe this part out here, and just enough so that I can inlay these guys into it, but so they sit flush with it. I'm just going to super glue them in to start off with, and next week when I buy some more Gorilla Glue epoxy, I'll mix that up and fill up so that they're level. So the pearls and the resin meet up with the edge of the wood.
All right.
Because this is fake pearls, and like I said, it's not worth anything. So.
Yeah, you mugged a little old lady to get them.
Yeah, shush. I told you that in private, Robbo. Bloody hell.
Hey, Billy.
From Australia. Good day.
Good day.
How you going, mate?
Yeah.
How's it hanging? Yeah, they might do. I guess we'll find out, Joy.
Well, I'd try one before you tried it.
What? In the super glue?
Oh no, try a pearl before you put the resin in on top of it.
Yeah, I don't get the resin until next week. That's what I said.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, Joy's probably got a good point because the heat from some resins may melt the bloody things.
Yeah.
That is true. Yep.
The Gorilla Glue does get a little bit of heat, but it's not too bad. So I will try it, but yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Did I ever tell you about my first experience with fiberglass resin?
No.
Well, I was one of three brothers. I was the eldest one. So I'm about 9 years old. Next one down is about 8 years old, and the next one down 7 years old. We had a canoe, a canvas canoe, and we built it. Anyway, we decided that it just wasn't waterproof enough. In other words, it sank. So what we did was we thought, rightio, well, we'll paint it. So we painted it. G'day, woodworking, sorry. So we painted it with oil-based paint. With oil-based paint. It still sank. So I was a prolific reader at that time of popular mechanics. And fiberglass was just coming into its own, you know, like making boat hulls and things out of that. So I thought, this is pretty good. So my brothers and I saved up our pocket money and we bought 4 litres of each because that's what we reckon we need. Bought some chopped strand mat, mixed it in a plastic bucket. First mistake. For some reason, it started going off quicker than it was supposed to. And there is black smoke exuding from this plastic bucket that's melting, as well as all the resin flowing out all over the concrete floor of the garage. My father was outside mowing the lawn and he saw black smoke coming out from under the eaves of the garage. So he decided that, geez, there's something going on in there. I better go and have a look. So here's us 3 kids in there, coughing and spluttering, trying to get this fiberglass resin on before we wasted it all. And the pool is spreading across the floor, and it looked like Lake Michigan, fair dinkum. I was going to say Lake Yukonbean, but none of you people will know what we're talking about. So Lake Michigan it is. And it covered half the bloody floor in the garage. Of course, if you've ever tried chipping hard resin off a coarse concrete floor, you're in for a hard time. It took us 3 weeks to get the bloody resin off the floor because the old man didn't want it on there. So that was my first experience with fiberglass resin. I've learnt a lot since then in the last 60 years, I'll tell you.
I bet.
I hope so.
The first one is don't mix it in a plastic container.
Yeah, how you going, Louis?
Checked out Louis' channel. He's a good turner. He does some good stuff.
Yeah, he does. Definitely. I really like his segment stuff.
Yeah, no, my father was not impressed, I can assure you.
Especially with all the black smoke, and I bet that just stank.
Oh, yeah, I can still smell it now, I reckon, sometimes.
A little PTSD going on.
Oh, I got that, but not from the black smoke. So.
Louis, it's like midnight for you, isn't it?
Sorry.
No, it's 1:45 where I am, and it's 2:15 where Robbo is in the afternoon.
No, I'm talking about Louis. He's in Maine.
Oh, sorry.
You couldn't keep them on Couldn't you keep them on the string, Jay?
Nah, I've got lots more to try but as soon as I chopped it off of here, it was
Joy, you might want to rethink that bamboo flooring. It looks pretty, but it's really soft.
I'd get some fishing line, Jay, and thread them on it.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that.
Because trying to put them in individually, you're asking for trouble.
No, I wasn't going to. I was kind of hoping they'd stay on the string, but I got that one to stay on the string, but I just got to be careful I don't tip it up the other way.
Yeah.
Joy, I'd go to like Lowe's or Home Depot. They've got little samples that you can just take and then take them home and throw them on your floor and see which one you like. But the bamboo floor, like I said, it's really pretty. I used to sell flooring, but if you put it down and if you're wearing heels or something like that, those heels will sink right into that flooring, so you'll see these little marks in your floor.
Back in a minute.
That's a good tip, Blair. I'll remember that.
It's really pretty. I like it, but you just have to be really careful. Take off your shoes. Uh-oh, Robbo's going in the closet. Oh, he's out of the closet now.
The face you pulled.
Yeah, if you're not wearing heels or, but especially with those steel toe boots or whatever, if a rock gets in your tread and you're stepping on the floor, you'll see it.
Yes, I noticed that with my high heels, actually, that they mark the floors.
Oops.
That's right. That's in the happy world, Joy. Hopefully you have a mud room or something like that and then take them off. But if you've got kids, they just don't care.
Going into the closet, mud room. God, what channel am I running here?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, next I'll be talking about sidewalks.
I think you lost
Yeah.
Blair and Robbo.
You have to fill me in on that one.
Well, sidewalks out here are called footpaths.
Okay.
I guess it's just the argument of it being called what you call it and what we call it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Well, a concrete strip down between a road separated by a nature strip is called a footpath out here where people walk pedestrian ways.
Oh,
in America,
okay.
You call them sidewalks.
Right. Which doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of things we say and do that don't make a lot of sense.
There'd be a lot of countries in the world there'd be a lot of countries in the world that would agree with you, I think.
I didn't hear or see nothing.
Be kind.
That's right.
We're
Yeah, I
not,
must
we're
admit,
not all crazy.
I must admit, I never knew that about bamboo flooring too, because it's recently just come in into Australia actually in the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, it's pretty trendy. I sold flooring probably about 15 years ago, maybe a little less. And I had people put in the floor, and I mean, it was really expensive at that time. It's come down since, but they they came back and said, no matter what they did, they step on it and they see all of these little dents, and that's not a good thing.
Can everybody see why I decided to super glue first? There's not much holding this wood together. I think the super glue will be doing all of that.
Well, you do have a bunch of cracks in there, don't you?
Yeah. Like I said, I only want to carve that groove out of the top anyway. So I don't really need to do anything down here other than it sitting in the tailstock or headstock or whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe staining it afterwards. I'm a bit undecided. It depends how this all turns out at the end.
No, I wouldn't stain it with all the super glue in the bottom of it.
No. No.
Yeah, Joker, Mike. That's the biggest problem. That is a bit of Tassie oak, Jappy.
Oh, the creaky door.
So
No, that's my chair.
I'll be lying in bed and I'll be like, who's opening that door?
no, that's so his wife thinks he's working.
Good call. I like that one. Well done.
If it stops creaking, hello, he stopped. What's he up to?
I wish I kind of worked from home. That'd be nice.
What do you actually do, Black?
Right now, I am a maintenance guy for a real estate company that rents out homes. And if somebody breaks something or needs something fixed, I go out to their house and I fix it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a mate in Victoria that does exactly the same thing. He's contracted by about 10 companies. He's got about 10 blokes working for him.
It's okay. The only thing I really don't like right now is here in Utah, we're right about 100 degrees all day long, and me driving around, it's hot, and I just sweat and come home sticky, but that's going to end soon.
You're right, Mike. Most of it is a two-part epoxy on flooring that was in public places. Don't ever buy flooring from a basketball rink. My son did, and it wrecked the blades in my thicknesser actually. Getting the varnish and the lacquer off it.
Nasty stuff, eh?
Oh yeah, like concrete.
Mike, that solid oak flooring, I bet, was cool.
Yeah, that'd be interesting actually, Jeffy. We had a lot of well, the streets in Melbourne, believe it or not, used to be wooden blocks, and they tore all of them up 80, 90, 100 years ago, and they were all red gum and spotted gum and stuff like that. It was hard as hops of hell, and I got a few of them, and it was hard work turning them, but we turned them into various things and sold them like for souvenirs in one of the shops there.
Be right back.
Yeah, just about a cup of tea time for me too. In fact, while you're doing that jar, I might go and do it.
Yep, I was about to say the same thing. I'm going to go and ask her for a coffee.
Ah, that's all right.
Back in a sec, Jappy and Mike, like 5 seconds. Oh, sorry about that. Both Robbo and myself disappeared.
So I had an idea for a project.
Yeah.
I was telling you guys that you go to Home Depot. I don't know if you guys have Home Depot out there, but
Pretty much the same thing as ours is called Bunnings, but same thing.
okay. So they have these. These are just like little floor samples, but they're different species of wood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so
Nice.
what I'm thinking, just to do a little project, just they have these little grooves in them, but take those grooves off and then mount them together and then make like a little box or something like that with all of those different.
Yeah.
Might be interesting.
That's nice. It would look pretty good. Or maybe you could use one of those grooves to put a shelf in your box or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
They're
looks
pretty.
nice. Or glue them all together and turn them on the lathe. Make a box that way.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did that with. Have you done one of those before, or is this your first one?
No, this is the first run.
I was going to say maybe try it. Can you get any free wood? Like, is any companies around you that that get rid of that throw old pallets away and stuff like that, like wooden pallets?
I have turned pallet wood before, and a lot of times that pallet wood is just kind of garbage. Other than I did do one that I got from the guy that I usually get my wood from, but the runs were solid cherry.
Oh yeah, nice. I was just going to say, try and do that the bowl your box bowl idea with a piece of crappy wood first, so you know it's going to work properly. So instead of using pieces you bought, if you've got some free bits lying around or someone's got some crap that they don't want, you know. So then if it falls apart, you can kind of reassess and kind of think, where did I go wrong, or, you know.
Right. Yeah, good call.
Because this is pine, this is pallet pine, this stuff. This was just a bearer, a big thick bearer, because it was the pallet that I got it from. It carried massive rolls of aluminium, like huge rolls of aluminium that trucks carry and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We've got heaps of companies around here that chuck away. Always leave them out in front of their business for you to just take. Do you want to be a sneaky earworm in Robbo's live tonight, do you?
I might end up being asleep by the time that he does it.
Yeah, that's cool. Just thought I'd ask while he wasn't listening. Hello, Robbo.
Well, you're talking about me, were you?
No, not us.
It's the other guy that comes in, you know.
That's all right. I can replay it later.
Can you? Oh well, I'm the host, so you can't. Sorry, I'll just delete it off YouTube. Nah. To be honest, you'll be wasting your time, but you can if you like.
So that would be interesting, Mike. You made a casket for someone's ashes.
Right.
Burmese teak tabletop. Nearly had a coronary when I found out what the wood would cost to buy. Oh my.
Well, it's only for one person, Mike. You can't get in there too.
Jappy, I'm with you. I'm not real fond of turning pine either. It's too soft.
I love turning pine.
I'm just I like it too. This
It
stuff.
keeps wanting to fly off the lathe on me. So
This one here. This is basically pine. This one.
No,
And you're telling me
no.
what?
No. It's
So Sid
cypress.
gives me the wrong information.
It's cypress.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
It's not.
all right. It turns like pine. All right. It turns like pine. All right.
No, it's actually harder than pine. Hello, somebody's got a speaker up.
Have they?
Yeah, I can hear it.
I don't
I can
mind
hear
turning
myself.
mine off.
I can hear myself talking.
Can you?
I turned mine
Yeah.
down. Maybe it was me.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that's Macrocarpa, Jay, which is a sort of a pine, but it's a lot closer grained than what pine is.
There you go. So you said pine. I hear you, Robbo.
No, a lot of people call it cypress pine, and cypress pine is completely different again.
Bloody hell, Sid.
No, I put my kids through university with pine.
See if that works.
Yeah, you can have your volume a lot louder with your headphones on, Blair. Alrighty, Vegemite.
That's better.
So I have to grind the tool down before I can get my chuck off. So
What?
just a pre-warning for when I put my stabby bit. I'm sure Robbo will correct me, no doubt. When I put
can't
this
see-
into the truck.
What, your drive spur?
Yeah.
Why?
I just said because the spanner that Sid gave me, it's too big. It's too wide. I have to grind it down. Like,
Well, you should be able to take it off now with the chuck key. Oh, you don't have a spindle lock on that, do you?
nope. Certainly don't.
Oh, right.
That's my problem. I've got to get this spanner in it that's like this fat in a space that's only that fat.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And then get the screw in. I've got a screw a bolt that fits down inside the hole so I can hold the spindle from turning while I try and turn the spanner, but not enough.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Yeah, no, yeah, we get a lot of soft pine out here too, Jappy, but tools have to be sharp and technique helps a lot. But I reckon I've turned probably 50,000 cubic metres of pine timber over the last 40 odd years.
A whole forest of pine, eh?
Yeah, we used to buy in pallet, like cubic metres of it in pallet loads.
I'll show you one thing that I made for my wife out of 2x4. Hold on a minute.
What's a heartwarming video, Midnight Joker? Sorry. Mike?
So all I did was just glue a couple 2x4s together and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with it.
yeah, this came out really good. I like all of the grain and all of that on it. But
Yeah.
I did one similar to that, but I actually made the pieces of wood go parallel up and down and then drilled into it that way. Yeah, it actually looks quite cool, doesn't it? The different effects.
I missed that, Mike. Sorry. I must have been out making a cup of tea or something. Now, is that super glue dry, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything down that end. I'm just putting it on the lathe at the moment.
excuse me.
You're excused.
Kind of surprised the wife isn't home yet. She must have a late shift.
If you don't mind me asking, what does your wife do for a crust?
She works in a deli in a grocery store.
Yep.
And so she probably had to close all by herself tonight. And when that happens, she has to clean everything and she gets tired.
Yeah, I bet.
And unfortunately, she has some younger kids working with her that they have no work ethic. It just,
So she ends up doing it anyway.
yeah.
Gee, that's not uncommon in the younger generation, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
Just saw your comment, JP. Thanks. Appreciate that. That was actually one of my first when I first started out.
Oh, ooh. You can open it. I was going to say you can pull on it, but it's not the kind of thing to say in this shed, is it?
All right, here you go.
Thank you. Did you put honey in it?
Quiet. It's the wife.
Be quiet, it's the wife. Yeah. That's what Robbo does. He turns his hearing aid up so he can hear her.
Who had an ambulance go by or a police car?
Not me. If you can hear a whining noise, that's Amber.
That's
There's a
right.
little mud in your cup.
Oh, come on.
All right, so is it coffee or tea?
Mine's tea. I'm a cultured person.
So he likes to think anyway. I drink killer coffee, as the mug says.
Well, I guess that's better than whiskey.
Yeah, and there's no bitterness, and I don't drink milk, so it's black and honey. No sugar. None of that processed shit.
No, I used to drink 20 to 30 cups of coffee a day. I actually had a thing called a cafe bar on my desk at work, and I'd just drink coffee all day. But 40 years ago, I got a thing called Meniere's disease, and the first thing they knock off is coffee. So I had to, but I've always liked tea anyway. So
Isn't there caffeine in tea?
yes, but it's a different sort of caffeine. Apparently. Yeah, all right then, Mike. Good night. Hope to catch you later on in the day.
That's my drink of choice right there.
Mountain Dew. See you later, Mike. Thanks for stopping in.
See you, Mike.
I don't really go much for fizzy drinks these days. I used to love Sprite, but kind of gone off them.
It's funny. I don't drink many soft drinks, but I do like the no sugar or the sugar-free Coke, and I tend to drink that when I'm driving. Driving to me is sitting behind the wheel for 12 to 15 hours, Blair. So always have my bottle of Coke with me.
Yeah, I have to have something while I'm driving around too, and this is Mountain Dew zero sugar, so it's not diet, but it's basically diet. But I've been on the keto diet for the past almost 2 months, and I've lost 20 pounds.
Oh, very good.
What's that?
It's a special sort of diet.
Basically, I can eat any kind of meat. I can eat cheeses. I can't eat pasta, bread, rice, sugar, all of the good stuff. But, I'm getting used to the meat stuff.
I'm afraid I'm a big meat eater. I pretty well like meat at every meal.
Yeah, me too.
I'm definitely a sweets kind of guy. Some people are the savory, they love the meat and all that. And I'm getting used to it.
I knocked off sugar. I got diabetes about 5 years ago, and I had to stop sugar, and everybody was surprised because I used to have 6 or 7 teaspoons of sugar in the coffee, and I nearly fell over when I just stopped altogether.
I bet. JP lives on coffee.
Gotta buy some killer coffee, Jappy. 1 cup. Bouncing around the room like Tigger for about 6 hours.
And Jappy, I'm sorry I keep saying your name wrong.
It's all right. We'll send him a slap, all right, Jappy? In an envelope. It's a bit like a glitter bomb, but it hurts.
So you're a happy chappy, eh?
Totally addicted.
Yeah, I'm totally addicted to caffeine too. It makes me the happy guy I am.
I know, I just take the lid off the thinners jar and smith that, and I'm in my happy place.
You take
Where
the
you-
lid
is
off
that
the
where you
what?
keep-
Sorry.
Is that where you keep your special herbs and spices, Robbo?
Take the lid off the thinners or malaccas.
Oh. It's either that or sniffing glue, right?
No, I never came at sniffing glue, particularly CA. Geez, that burns the nostrils.
Oh, so you've tried then?
No, I've never tried deliberately doing it, but there you go. Well, I've often wondered, Yappy, whether it should have been Yappy or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We've
Yappy.
been saying it wrong. I blame SK Crafts. Sorry. Sorry, Steve. I don't really.
But his name is pronounced Jay, not Yay.
Yeah.
Now, see, if you were in Mexico or in Spain, that J would be the Y, Yappy.
Yeah, that's right. Yappy.
Maybe it's what
Like-
I'm looking for, Jappy. And I
Like
haven't noticed
Jesus.
yet, you see?
Like I used to go and read a lot of stuff, and there'd be Jesus for all these Mexican blokes, you know. And it was Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not for the glue high, thanks, Jappy, but there's much more natural things out there that
A little bit of the herb, is that what you're saying? The devil's weed?
Well, every human on this big blue rock has what's called an endocannabinoid system, and that system needs to be fed. Right? So, and if you drank breast milk as a baby, then you've already had cannabinoids because it's in breast milk.
I did not know that.
There
Interesting.
you go. All those goody two shoes that said they didn't inhale, well, they drank it. Robbo won't talk about this subject because he was a hippie, but he reckons he couldn't have been too much of a hippie if he didn't light one up every now and then, huh?
No, I've never smoked it. I have to say that. No, not ever.
I think that's just bad memory.
No. And man, I've been in places where you buy it on every street corner. And worse if you wanted it.
Not every street corner, just go to my cousin's house.
No, every street corner in Southeast Asia.
Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, there's one place, is it Denmark, that it's just out on the street and everybody's stoned and...
Right. Our capital, Canberra, it's legal to smoke it there, and that's where all the politicians live. How coincidental is that?
Yeah, but you can still get done.
We got the dreaded mute.
The wife came home, so
Okay.
guys, take off. And Robbo, good luck on your thing tonight.
Hello,
No
Wifey.
worries.
I'll catch you tomorrow morning.
All right. Look forward to that. See you later.
Oh, hello.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for coming in.
Hey, thanks for the invite. Bye, Yapey.
Now, yeah, that's right, Jeffy. No, I've never smoked it. I've inhaled heat of it, but never smoked it myself.
So you've been contacted by it.
No, I figured that. I don't drink either, but I like to be in control of what I'm doing. So, and I really don't know what I'd be like if I went off the planet.
Well, we'll find out at U-Turn SA next time, all right?
No, you won't.
Put it in your pouch of tobacco.
I'd smell it.
What's wad? Weed. The way he said it. The way he's pronounced it. Sorry, Jappy. Sorry, Yappy. So I only need to go. It's only about 1/2 centimetre, I think, these things.
I reckon they're about 8 millimeters.
Bastard can't see it.
No, I can't.
Can't see that either. Oh, yeah. About 6, I think they are. Yeah, 6 mil. You went far off.
Yeah, it's got a lot of names out there too. Yappy, it's weed, hooch.
Mary
I
Jane.
don't know. Yeah, Mary Jane, marijuana.
Pot. So what's going on there, Robbo? You don't want to be on camera until tonight?
No, I'll go. I'll have to go shortly and start sorting things out. So
All right.
get ready for the night.
Yep. I just hear the kids outside going, no, 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 you're it.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no, I was talking to anyone that's listening. Kids outside, they're like all of like 3 and 5 or something, and they sound like they were right up at the gate, that's all. Yeah, you should do a little video on it, Jappy. You never know. You might be able to start selling it. Just finishing the last of my coffee. I don't really feel like shaving flavour.
You're not a wood turner until it's filled with coffee, until it's filled with shavings. That's why I got a mower. I can sieve it through it.
Is that how you keep it so clean, is it? The mow?
Yep.
That money ought to go through, did it?
Don't know, I haven't got it yet.
Oh.
Unless my wife's holding out on me.
Right.
That needs sharpening. Yeah, I have the same problem. I have the same problem, Yarpy, and it never stays in my pockets or wallet for very long, comes in, goes out. I think it has wings. Maybe it drinks too much Red Bull.
Yeah, like money I got yesterday. I bought a mattress. I bought Amber some, because the anniversary's coming up, so I bought some anniversary presents and Christmas presents, and then it's her birthday a month after Christmas, so that went all the rest of the money.
Just have a look at the point on that. You've got a diamond parting tool, haven't you?
No.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right. What, you're just marking the lines with that, are you?
Oh, with the skew, yeah.
Yeah, right here. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I agree with you, Jeffy. Certainly does.
It's just a figment of your imagination. You think you're getting money, but you're not really.
Need to go deeper than that.
Yep. Not far off now.
All right, I'm going to have to go anyway.
All right,
I'll
no
catch
worries.
you all later.
All right, see you later tonight.
Yep. I'll send you a link probably about
Yeah, no worries.
7:30 my time, so it'll be about 7 o'clock your time.
Okay, cool.
Right out. No sweat.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Yarpy. Bye, Joy, if you're in the background, and Mike, whoever.
Hey, what are you barking at? You're barking at the fish pond. What are you doing? You know your dog's going kooky, going old and kooky when he's standing at the fish pond barking at it. No, he was just standing at the fish pond barking at it. He can't see the fish because it's covered in duckweed. I went and tapped him on the leg with the handle of the tool. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, hey, how you going?" Like he was in the zone. Bloody Wally. Oh, bugger. Yeah. Kick him outside for doing that. All right, so I've got black ink. It's actually in a little squirt bottle, but I'm going to take the lid off, unscrew the lid, and just dunk the paintbrush in there. And fingers, I've got to sand it back a little bit there later, but fingers crossed I don't actually get too much either side of this. It was the main reason I wasn't really that keen on using ink, because it just goes through everything, especially on unsealed wood too. So, oh, here goes nothing, I guess. And then if I can be bothered today, I'm not really too sure if I'm going to, because I'd rather all this glue had like a day or so to set. I need to hollow out this as well. I need to hollow it out down to this hole here. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I could, Jappy, yes. Put the lid back on that now, because that shit's more scary than glitter. It goes everywhere, that stuff. I will do that. I have my homemade sanding sealer. It's a lot stronger than the stuff I bought. The stuff I paid for. I'm only growling because I paid for it and it's weak. Oh, all right, hang on, Sid. Okay. How's it going?
Oh, mate, how's yourself?
Yeah, pretty good, thank you.
Oh.
So today's. Oh yeah, you got. Oh, that's fucking huge. That thing. Wow. Nice and sharp.
Yeah. Cut
So
my things
what
off
I'm
of that,
doing-
no worries.
Yes. What I'm doing today. This is an old piece. It was a lampshade base that I made like well over a year ago, probably when I first got the lathe.
Yep.
It's been sitting in it was dry pallet wood, so I didn't think it would crack, but almost a year later I've got it and picked it back up, and it's got a crack there, which I've filled in with super glue and sawdust. Another one here that I've done the same, super glue and sawdust. And I've got this big crevice here. That was like this deep. I must have dropped it at some point and it chipped out. So I filled that slowly over with layers and layers of super glue and sawdust.
Yep.
But I don't
Jappy?
Sorry.
Is it all right just saying go down to Jappy?
Okay. I don't actually want to change the shape. I want to leave it as is as much as I can, but try and get that little bulgy bit of glue down there. I've cut this crevice out here, and I'm going to actually inlay some pearls.
Okay.
I've got these
It's
guys
a
here.
flush cut saw, Jappy.
Like a Japanese saw or something, aren't they called?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I forget what the actual. Hang on.
Yeah, so
Bloody...
I've got a heap of these on a cheap necklace that I've pulled apart, tried to keep on the string, and I'm gonna super glue those guys in there.
Yep.
But first I've got some black ink. I'm gonna paint black ink down there and then put the pearls in on top.
Okay. Yeah.
I've just used this. That was the second rinse of the first lot of shellac thing that I made, and that's the ultra fine filtered stuff. So. Yeah. So
cool.
what I want to do, I'm going to super glue the pearls in for now, and then next week when I get paid, I'm going to buy that 2-part Gorilla epoxy. It's in a tube. In here, you just squirt it out. Yeah, and then I'm just going to fill that all in up to the edge of it here.
Yeah, let it cure, and then if you get that 5-minute one.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like the way you're thinking.
I've used it before. I said to Amber last night, I'm trying to get a plan up of something I can do instead of just coming outside and going, I don't know.
Yeah, no, good idea, mate.
So, and when I'm not going to do it today because I want to let all the super glue and everything kind of cure overnight, but I need to drill a hole down to this hole down here.
Yep.
For the wires and stuff. So.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so something different.
I had a little win this morning. You remember I told you about how I broke the tenon off a bulb?
Yeah.
I've got it back on the lathe. I managed to, John, the bloke who was there, he told me how to make up a jam chuck and then redo the tenon. I managed to do that. I started hollowing the middle out again, so it's holding together so far.
Awesome. Hopefully it works.
Oh, worst comes to worst, there's another bit of firewood.
No, don't say that word.
But I was moving a heap of pallets around yesterday. I spent the whole day, that's why I wasn't around much. Moved about 50 pallets with a sack truck, 2 at a time, built a fence with them. So the cattle can't get it. So I've got more room outside my shed to stack more pallets.
Yeah. No, I didn't do a turn yesterday. I just called it just chatting.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I just I bought Jappy a piece of red gum. So I put that on there and let everyone see that.
The trouble with a mortise, Jappy, is if you got something like macrocarpa that's really dry that splits, you're actually pulling it apart. Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's huge.
So especially when you're doing end grain turning or you've got something that's got a few cracks in it, a tenon holds it together, a mortise forces it apart.
Yeah. Remember when you go to Carbotech, Sid, take a texter with you. No, I do tell a lie. They did that. All right, so I might give it a little bit of.
Yeah, I'm upstaging you now.
Oh yeah, no, that's nice.
So that broke out.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So I've got that back in. But see, this is really straight grain, Jappy. It's macrocarpa, and it's already got a few splits in it. And if I open it, if I force it out like that and put strain on it, it's just as likely to break in half.
Explode. How you going, Wayne? And Val, if you're there.
But this one, I tried to go a bit fine, and the mortise was only 3 mil, and it wasn't enough for the job.
Yeah.
So it's going to be I just started hollowing it out this morning again.
Now here's a question for you, all right?
Yeah.
If I put Yorkie on here, right? Is super glue going to react with it? Do you think?
If you want to get it really smooth with Yorkie, then then clean it with metho afterwards.
Okay.
Before you super glue it.
Yep.
Hi, Wayne. Who have I missed?
I don't think Dale's in here, but he said hello, Dale.
That's why I said how have I missed. Mike's still in here, or is he gone? Oh no, he's putting air sleep. Right.
Yeah.
Did Blair freeze up?
Nah, he left.
Yeah, I kept freezing up with him.
Oh, sorry. When he had his live,
Yeah.
yeah. He had internet issues and he tried to reconnect and it just wasn't happening. So he just didn't. He just gave up.
Yep. Yeah, so when I turn that round later, and I'll take the bottom out, and it'll sit on the ring then.
Yep. There's someone in my chat I can't see. No?
I know you're streaming live as well.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll go and have a look from the other way.
All right.
Won't have anybody sneaking up on you, fella.
I could look on my other account too, but it's inside. So I'm guessing there's somebody in here that I can't see. Oh well. Not much I can do about it. I've got it's a old project. It's a light shade base. And I just had to seal up a whole heap of cracks, and so that's what I've been doing. I had this big bugger down here I had to fill in. Yeah, I had to do a couple, like 10 layers or something of sawdust and super glue. I'm going to let that cure overnight, and on the base of it had a lot as well. Another one there that I super glued and sawdusted. Another one there. So what I initially would like to do is I'm just putting a bit of Yorkshire Grit in here to kind of seal it a little bit, because I want to put black ink down in the crevice down there, so that, and then I've got fake pearls to put on top of the black. So that's what I'm trying now. Just wondering if the
I'm trying to remember where I put my Yorkie.
if the Yorkie's going to have a reaction with the super glue. So guess we're going to find out. Huh?
I just had a thought then, mate.
What?
Just rub a bit of Yorkie on a blank bit of wood and just tip a bit of super glue on it and see.
Yep. All right, I will.
and then do the same thing with. You should be all right with epoxy once you've rinsed it off with metho. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's always a chance to test it with a scrap bit of wood.
Yeah. Well, it's only pine, and I've got plenty of that lying around, so yes. All right.
Looks like a giant pipe.
Yeah. Suppose in my house it is, isn't it? No combustion in this house, thanks. That's for cars. I actually like it, Wayne. I'm enjoying using it, to be honest.
I'll be back in a minute, mate. I'm just going to go and put some meat in my Weber.
And I'm enjoying it even more that I got it for free. Oh, it works quite well. That and the microfine. I think I fear black ink more than I fear glitter. I know glitter breeds, but wow, black ink. You're spilling that stuff. They're going everywhere. Yeah, sometimes I just leave it as a Yorkshire Grit as they're finished, and sometimes I'll put Aussie oil over it. The Yorkshire come up really nice on this one. There's no Aussie oil in that. I'm pretty sure it was just Yorkshire. I haven't cut that bit off yet because I haven't got a piece of wood to make the jam truck. But Jesus, what are you doing? Yeah, look at that. It's wipe the side that's got the ink all over it. Yeah, sometimes I'll spray clear lacquer over it or something like that. More often than not, I like the finish of the Yorkshire. It's not bad. I got some resin pigments the other day, so yesterday. So I'll try them out in a project. I don't think it'll be this one. I think the pearls in there should be enough. What's this? Sid's Removalists. Thanks for stopping in, Jappy. Have a good day. No. Honestly, I didn't even know he was in here, Wayne, to be honest. I'm in StreamYard. So I don't see his pop up. Hello, Dale. Not too bad. It just ran on the Yorkshire first, so we'll see how it goes. We'll keep trying to soak it slowly. What the hell were you were you building a new shed over there or something?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's just windy again. I should have muted my mic. I left the headpiece sitting on the computer.
Yeah. Now JJ's teaching you a lesson. He's going to bark now.
Telling me off.
Yeah. So it's not. I know I've sealed the wood, so it's not going to soak in like without it being sealed, but it's slowly seeping into it. It's tree scratching time.
Robbo's could be interesting tonight, I reckon.
Oh yeah, that's going to be good. He may be slight. See, Dale, he might be slightly muffled because he's actually got the mic piece sitting outside of the shield. So
yeah,
he was trying to sort that out a little bit today while he was in here.
That's right. We can get to commentate a bit more if he can't talk. We can speak for him.
Right.
You never know what he'll come out with.
We'll just tell him to put it on mute. Put
himself on mute. Let us talk.
I don't think he'd be game enough.
He might not be. You might be right. Or not silly enough, one or the other.
Yes. We pulled into Carbotech yesterday, and in that little tiny car park was a camper van, and we're like, "Oh, Robbo!" Oh, no, it's a bit old for Robbo's.
No, that's Noel Perry. He's one of the workers there.
Oh yeah.
And the reason I know that is because he's the bloke who sold me the first lathe.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I found it.
Good one, still in the box.
Yeah, I was going to use it on that bowl I'm doing, and I thought, what the hell do I put that? It's like the first thing I've had to use it on.
Yep.
Still got the seal on it, mate. Geez, that doesn't come off easy either, does it?
Nah, I think it's for shipping purposes. You know, like the pressure in the planes and stuff.
Yeah.
Can't have it going. Can't have like 200 or 300 tins going pop.
Yorkie everywhere.
Yeah. That plane's pretty scratched up.
Oh, oh, pretty shiny. Yeah, see my finish. Oh, see, that's my good background for this one. My finish shelf is up behind me.
Yeah, seen that.
Finishes and glues. I've got one up there that's it's a lemon myrtle oil. I reckon I'm going to try that too.
What's the bandsaw in the background?
That's the one that when my new one comes, I might do a deal on you.
Oh yeah, yep.
One of those little Ryobi ones.
Oh yeah, that looks big sitting there.
It's on a big stand. There's my hand though.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah.
I reckon the full bore or whatever the other ones, the red and black ones.
Yep.
Probably are slightly better for similar money.
Yes. I was looking at them at Carbotech yesterday, and they got one there that was or two that were under 1,000, but they both had the same height, which didn't make much sense to me.
Both had the same what? Sorry.
They only went up to about the same height. There was two that were under 1,000, but they didn't seem to go much higher than each other. So, and the other one there they had for 1,400, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the one they've got for 1,400, I've bought the equivalent one from here and Forbes on the pre-financial year special, but it's on back order.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I bought it. I just got to wait for it to come.
Yep.
So.
Everyone's going nuts buying double mattresses in South Australia, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I went to go buy one yesterday, and there's none. They had none in stock. Like, didn't matter what brand I wanted, they just didn't have it.
What the hell?
So I had to back order one of them too.
Always handy.
Yeah.
So that's just Indian ink, Jay?
It's printer ink.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know what the difference is, but between that and printer ink. The auctions over here near me, the Evans Clark auctions, they always have ink cartridges for like $5 or $10.
Yeah.
And I don't mind paying that because I'm only going to rate it for the ink anyway.
Yep.
That was one ink cartridge, and that goes like 3/4 of the way up the bottle.
Okay.
And you could dilute the crap out of that if you wanted to because it's black. So. All right.
So I've done your trick, Joe. I've got a couple of those 50mm Bunnings stakes to turn into garden dibbers.
Oh yeah, yep. We're lucky enough around here that the council put them in to hold the new trees up.
Yeah.
And when they get snapped or something, they normally get thrown in the bin. I've seen them do it, so I go and snap them up before they get to them.
Okay.
So.
Makes sense. If you can use it, you might as well.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't steal it. Someone broke it for me. Right, so I've got some that are still on a bit of string. So I'm going to try and get them out without more falling off of the string. Yep. Like that little bastard. So I got that. But I've got this.
Yep.
There's just it's like it might be worth maybe like $10 if you're lucky, you know.
Yeah.
Got it from my nana's estate. My auntie and uncle were going to chuck it out, so I'll take that.
Yeah, it's unreal what you can find to use.
Yeah, I'm a good shit collector. I'll find a use for something for it eventually.
Yeah, my wife would agree with you on my point too. So I'm a good shit collector. Only problem is my shed's bigger than yours and it's fuller.
You need a little level that goes up a couple of stairs.
Yeah.
Whee. Yep. Well, that ink's not dry.
No, I reckon you'll find that'll take a little while to dry without that, or you need some heat on it.
He's running a bit late, that rooster. What's going on?
Right. There's two of them fighting off out there at the moment, one each end of the paddock. The one that's at this end's right outside the shed.
Tell him you'll turn him into a roast if he doesn't shut up.
He might be a bit skinny yet. I'll have to fatten him up a bit first.
I hate gun.
Been raining up there, mate?
Yeah, it has, but just lightly though, just enough to wet everything, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some bloody pallets painted up to make tables out of.
Yeah.
There's just enough, like the scattered chairs floating around, just enough to be a pain in the bum and not let me get what I want to get done, sort of thing.
Yeah. Can't do it in your shed.
If I had more room in my shed, I could.
Let me in your shed. I'll make room.
Your car's not big enough. You could fill your car up out of here and not make a dent.
Yeah. Now, what I mean is, I'm good at fitting stuff in nooks and crannies. So
Yeah.
I should have been a removalist really, but I fucking hate doing that.
I'm all right with the Tetris stacking loads and shit. I just sort of got to get the motivation to tidy it up, because I always come in here and we'll get distracted. I'll move something. Oh.
Yes. Yes, I know that feeling. That dried it off much better. All right, so I might hit the whole thing with some Yorkie now, and before I go too much further. I might give it a little bit of a sand first. It's a bit rough around the edges.
What do you reckon?
Is that raw iron? Oh, stick. Okay.
It's a rose bush.
Oh, yeah?
Right, let's have a go at making I reckon I'll get a wand there.
Yeah.
Maybe the stem of a wand there. And again there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I wonder if you could stabilize the root base on that and make that the base of your wand down the bottom there.
Yeah, I'll have a bit of a play with that. I've got some cactus juice coming.
You could always have a go at making some rings, like rings for fingers and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Are you watching?
Yes.
Can you see that?
That big piece of board.
No, up above the board.
Oh yeah, all your horns and stuff.
Yeah, it's all deer antlers.
Yep. Get a pot. A piece of like a plastic container that's round, and then fill it full of the antlers and pour resin over it.
Yeah. Actually, that could come out quite nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Doug did one, whole barn. I'm pretty sure he did a whole skull. He covered it in resin and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, they're just cast antlers that I've picked up driving around with work.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of bones up there too.
Yep.
Boom. Boom.
What was that? Oh, the dog.
Telling someone off. So I've got these two bits on the go at the moment as well.
Yep.
That's a made of one of the blanks that I brought up for you.
Yep.
So look out, it's cracking.
Yeah. Wow.
I haven't started hollowing it yet, so I reckon that's going to go in. That'll go in the cactus juice, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's got some nice little wormholes in there as well.
Yes. Yeah, it should come out all right.
Yeah. I don't want to wreck it, so I'm gonna stabilise it before I turn it any more.
Yep.
And then this little Bit of red gum.
Oh yeah. Hard shit. I'll tell you what, these bicycle masks work wicked for dust masks.
Yep.
Oh. Hello. That's a bit better. See, I got this one here. Look.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from?
Amber got it off of AliExpress, and it just velcros to the back of your neck.
Yep. Yeah, I finished up buying one of the power respirators because there's nothing much that'll seal past this.
Yeah. Yep. If I had the money, I'd go and buy one of those ones that's got the respirator on the top, but they're like $500 or $600.
Yeah, that's what I bought. One of them, the Pro Shield, Trend Pro Shield, or whatever it is.
Yeah, rub it in. Go on.
Yeah, I've got a bit of wine. They call it cherry ballard. It's like a native cherry over here. It's actually an endangered tree. And I picked up a couple of bits of windfall stuff off the edge of a road through work. I know where there's a couple of sites with it. So I just keep an eye out, and anytime anything breaks off, I grab it.
Good call.
I don't know what it's going to turn like, but nothing ventured, nothing gained.
That's right. This is my homebrew sanding sealer.
How's that working for you, Jay? You like it?
Yeah, I don't mind it actually. Yeah, it's a little bit stronger than what I'm used to, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but you can blend it to suit like those mixes I gave you on that. They're guides. You can for a sanding seal, you can probably nearly go down to half strength on that. Yeah. Because it's doing two things. The little bit of shellac in there will make the grain stand up, and the metho cleans it.
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty good.
So yeah, I picked up an old oven at a clearance sale as well. So that's sitting in the other shed. So that's going to be for baking my because the cactus juice you got to bake it to set it.
Yeah, electric oven.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I actually got a thermometer coming with it to stick inside as well to make sure I get the temperatures right.
Yes.
Yeah, it gets a bit expensive when you got to buy two, Wayne. But you could buy one for Valerie and she could buy one for you. Then you're only buying one each.
That could work.
You could try. You could try the it's essential for COVID.
Oh,
You walk in, COVID mask.
I've often thought about wearing my respirator out to the shops.
The beauty of this for me with the glasses is it doesn't because it's got the fan, it doesn't fog up.
Hey, it's got a fan in it.
Yeah, it's a power respirator.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just thought they cost so much because someone wanted to make people pay that much.
So 2 filters in the top.
Yeah.
And it runs a battery. So rechargeable battery gives you about 8 hours of fan life.
Yep. Geez, how'd that
They're
go?
all about the same. Hey?
Oh, he said he tried to get a prescription for them from the doctor. How'd that go for you?
Might not be on the PBS scheme.
What have you been doing today?
More of the same as yesterday, getting my yard and shit sorted out. Had an old tractor that was broken down, so I skull dragged that out with my winch on my Land Cruiser.
Yeah.
So last 2 days I've been putting the fence up and moving pallets, pretty much.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Good old farm life. Up for a little while. Hey? Good
old farm life.
Yeah. I wanted to stop the cow from coming into the shed and knocking me lathe over.
Has it done that?
No, but it's come into the shed and knocked even other shit over. And look, the lathe's next.
He's curious.
He is, yes. So have you got a bit long enough to drill a hole up through the middle?
No. I was just going to try and hollow it out a little bit with the tool, just enough to get the chuck up there.
Dad made one when I remember him. I've still got it in the house actually. It's 4.5, 5 foot long in the stem.
Yeah.
And the cord goes up the middle.
Wow. That's what I want to try and get to do too. Go up the middle.
Would you like to know how to do it?
Yeah. As long as it doesn't mean I have to break the wood in half or something.
Yeah, it does.
No, don't want to do it.
He split the wood down the middle. So you need a lathe that's got like a 4 foot, like a metre, 1.2 metre between centres too. They split it down the middle and then run a router down the middle and glue it back together.
Oh yeah.
And then turn it.
Yeah.
So they turn it with the hole already through the middle of it.
That kind of seems like cheating.
So
No?
I don't know of anything that would let you drill straight through wood for that long.
Well, I was figured if I could get to about here and then just flip it around and drill from the other side and then just plug it up when I'm done. That just the bottom bit.
Yeah, that could work.
You got gloves for your Yorkie or not?
Well, I've got gloves. I was just watching the fact that you were using them for the Yorkie.
Yeah, you don't waste it, not as much. A lot more will soak into a cloth while you're dabbing it on. So
Yep.
it's just a little bit of oily substance left on there after that. It's a lot less wastage.
Yeah, righto, Wayne. I suppose there's nothing terribly toxic in there.
I didn't want to take my chances, that's all, just in case there was.
That's the other thing I started making this morning. I started making my little cyclone to go on the shop vac. Come off the back of the table saw and the drop saw.
Yep. I gave up on that idea ages ago. I don't have enough shop space for that. Tubes and stuff everywhere.
Yeah. No, I read somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, but they said the white 20-litre buckets you get at Bunnings.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get it from Bunnings, but we get those for work for putting the poisoned oats out with.
Yep.
And the green Bunnings buckets, they just fit together neat as a pin, just to make one upside down fits inside the other one.
Oh yeah.
So they just make I already had the vacuum cleaner, so
yep.
Now it's a pain in the bum on the saw.
I've got a next time you come up, you can have my cyclone if you want. It's not very big, but it does the job. I just couldn't be fucked with it. Like my cyclone's only about that long.
Yep.
But it does what it's meant to do, though. You know.
Oh, is that the little cone thing you get from Carbotech?
No, this is a proper cyclone. It's got the hole at the top and the hole at the bottom, and then on the side as well. You know. And it goes in like a little swirly. It does work quite well. I just like I said, no room. Just easier for me to have a dump box.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see what's going on. I might be up towards the end of next week.
Yep.
Just not sure what's happening. The bloody the car decided to have a hernia the other day. Well, not quite that bad. The ABS light come on, so I've got to get that serviced next week. Get that checked out. Was only 500 k's off being due for a service anyway, so.
Yep, might as well. I don't know if your wife would be interested or not, but the Clark Evans auctions are actually having jewelry sales at the moment, or auctions, and they're bloody cheap.
Okay.
They're like most of it would be stuff that she'd most probably buy, like what you've told me what she gets and stuff. So
Yep. So, have you got a link for it?
no, not on this computer. I have on the other one though.
Oh, if you think of it later, send it through.
If you just go to Evans Clark, their website, and then on the far left of their menu bar, there's actually a drop-down box, and it's got view all auctions. You hit that and go to the online ones, and it's in there. Just go to a list, and it'll show you a list. I think the
auctions online.
I think the auction ends today or tomorrow for the jewelry. It's funny, my speakers are behind me, right? So when I hear that rooster going off, it actually sounds like it's coming from my next door neighbour.
Online auctions and sales. General goods, jewelry.
The Yorkie brought that up quite nice, actually.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. Apparently, Wayne's it's safe for Wayne because he lives in Yorkshire.
Right.
No, I've been in a live chat when Glenn's been in there once, and someone asked him if it was food safe, and he said he's never said that. But it really does make the grain pop, that's for sure. It's a bit harder to see there, but.
Sure, I just sent the link through to Shirley so she can have a look.
When did the auction end? Quite soon, wasn't
it? Tomorrow, I think. Well, there's a few. No, there's a heap of them.
Yeah.
There's 3 days, 3 hours. Some got 3 hours, 3 days. Yeah. Most of them seem to be about 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, they always come up every couple of months, jewelry and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's where I get I buy paint from there, and because they do that cheap too, and like my inks before I said that. And, yeah, it's a good place. Right. So I am going to glue this on now. I'm gonna glue the end there so no more fall off in the gluing process. It looks better with the black on the background, I think.
Yeah. Sets it off nicely.
Yeah. Robbo said he's going to send the link through about 7 o'clock tonight, our time.
All right. Well, I might duck off and go and do a bit more, mate. I'll catch you tonight.
Right. No worries. Catch you later.
All right.
Thanks for coming
That's
in.
going to look good, I reckon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Right, bloke. Take care. See you,
All right.
Wayne. Guys.
Can you see that spring on the end there or what? Bloody camera must be can't even focus in on it. That's how tiny it is. Alright, let's hold that on there, all right. So this is the thing that I'm taking my my fake pearls from. It's nothing special. It's like fake gold and all that kind of stuff, you know. I'm just trying to glue the pearl on the end. So it doesn't come off like it just did. All right, that should fix that little red wagon. Let it dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, if you weren't here earlier, I'm going to just glue it in, dab it in a little bit with some super glue, enough to hold it there, go all the way around, and then later in the week when I get paid, I'll go and buy some 5-minute Gorilla epoxy and put that in. Put it in over the top so it's covering it, makes it level. Well, the pearls, they just stick out, just a little tiny curve on the end sticks out ever so slightly. And if there's too much of the super glue, it goes, because I know it'll go a whitish color when it's dried. So if it's too much, putting resin in there is only gonna make it magnify it. So I'll just mix a little bit of my resin pigments I got yesterday, glow in the dark stuff. So when you turn the light off at the end of the night, you'll have glowing pearls. See how we got here. Beautiful. Just chop with a blade. Right. Hello, Tammy. How are you? I'm inlaying some fake pearls. How you going, David? Giving your secrets away, David. How's life treating you, David? Does Tammy have a moderator status as well? Then it wouldn't really matter, would it? All right, so today I think I've used about 4 bottles of this stuff. That's okay because I paid $1.80 for 6 bottles of this stuff, so it's not such a bad thing, really. So I've got some black ink and put black ink in before I put the pearls in so that they just make them pop a little bit more. And I said before, if you get that white opaque look from too much super glue, I'm just going to mix some. When I put the 5-minute epoxy on there later in the week, I'll just mix a bit of glow in the dark pigment with it. That'll fix its little red wagon. Well, Robbo's live's on tonight. It's 10 to 4 in the afternoon here, and he's on 7 o'clock at night for me. So another 4 hours and 10 minutes, and Robbo will be on. I've put Yorkshire Grit over this. So I had to sand back where I had to fill in the cracks with super glue and sawdust. I used a sawdust from another piece of timber so it would deliberately stand out. Yeah, I bet that would be pretty tricky, Wayne. I've seen someone put up a post where they had like 6 rings in it or something. Is that what you were trying to copy? But yeah, that's a good idea. I did like it. I don't have any. Oh yeah, I can get it. Sorry, but I've got a bog filler. Like you fill up holes in your your walls and stuff. I just use that if I needed to fill in any holes. I can color it whatever color I want then. I do like the idea of milliput though, but it would wreck my hands. Arthritis, and I'd like every bone in my hands would be swollen after sitting there mixing that together. Is that kind of shaped like that the captive ring tool? So you kind of go like that. No, good on you, Wayne, for having a go. Bloody oath. Keep trying. It would look really nice. You'd mostly even get a nice penny for it too. Sorry, excuse me. Don't inhale the. Whee! All right. I'm gonna call it a night soon. I got my dinner call. So, to be continued. I did just under half, I suppose. When I tomorrow, I'm gonna drill it out, drill it down to here. That's where the wires will come out. All right, thanks for coming in, guys and girls. Appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. Bye. Black.